insulin's not cheap. And if you don't have comprehensive insurance, it can be really expensive to stay alive. Why is that? Why are certain drugs like this? This was in the headlines because with the oh goodness, what was it called? Not
the Inflation Reduction Act?
Yes, that was the one. The Inflation Reduction Act. They were going to put price caps on insulin at $35, and they got it in for Medicare. Republicans knocked it out for private insurance. So they said, no, you can't force private insurance to only pay $35 or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? What are we talking about? What's going on?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of different, topics to go over there. But I mean, to me, the reason why the Medicare was put through is not just because to be altruistic. It's because the money is coming from the government, so they can make that decision.
Yeah.
If they would have put a cap on private insurers, what they're then doing is they are transferring money out of very powerful insurance companies' hands and into people's hands, because if they have a deductible, copays can be $400, and that's a terrible thing. Again, there's so many different. Okay, they can have $400 copays for the first couple months, but if you cap it at $25, who's paying that? The insurance. So I think that's just one thing to parse out of why they felt that it was something they could do for Medicare and not for private insurance.
So in that sense, the government is, by fiat, negotiating, air quotes, the price with the manufacturers, although they're not actually negotiating. They're just saying this is what we're doing. But it leaves the free market able to still do its thing on the side.
I think, even in a more simplistic way, they're picking up the tab.
Got it.
Because Medicare's the ultimate payer. There's middlemen in between. They all taking the cut. But
of course,
that the ultimate payer, Medicare, Medicaid is federal government.
So, and this is a big topic. Why are some drugs so expensive? I know my wife was just recently prescribed something that wasn't a big deal. Or I didn't think it was, and then she went to the pharmacy and they said, yeah, we'll get that put together. It'll be $2,000 because your insurance is not going to cover it. And this was for a 1-month supply of this drug. What is that about? Why are drugs so expensive?
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons for that. In the most simplistic way to put it, there's a brand generic difference. When a drug is brand, that company put all the money into research, all the brain power, all the manpower, all the finances. They, from a pure business standpoint, they invested and created that drug. We don't have it if they don't do that.
Yeah.
And then they have a patent for that, and then once the patent goes out, it's good old fashioned business, and that anybody can make it as long as they deem that it's worthwhile financially for them to make it. Generic companies can make it that are FDA approved. They can be international companies, not all American, but as long as they're FDA inspected and FDA certified, they can make that drug when the patent runs out. So that competition drives price down. So instead of one person making it, setting the price, who has a ton of money that they need to recoup, you've got multiple companies just with the science of making it, not the marketing, not the studying of it.
Right.
Pure science of
reverse engineering too, right?
Reverse engineering and synthesis, yes. Now the patents, those companies are they're spending 10 years figuring out the science of it. They're ready to roll, like they've got it, they're manufactured months before the patent runs out. But yeah.
And how long does a patent last? Do you know what that is off the top of your head?
Oh man, 20 years?
Is it 20?
I don't think it's that long.
10, and then the other problem is, I think, we may have to look this one up.
That's right.
But then the other problem is when the clock starts ticking. The clock doesn't start ticking when the drug is FDA approved. The clock starts ticking at some point in the trials. So that complicates things too.
So before it ever hits the market, they're already counting down.
Yes.
Which somewhat incentivizes
It is 20.
It is 20.
Is it really?
And then I don't want to get too deep into this rabbit hole, but then things get very complicated with lawyers and with different studies, because 10 years into this drug, 15 years into this drug, they find a whole new use for it. And they pay for all this new research for a whole new use. It can be used for pediatrics, can be used for some other condition. Now they get a patent extension.
Oh.
So yeah, there's
So that's why
everyone gets mad at the pharmacist. Right?
Yes.
It's our we get We're the punching bag.
Yeah,
right?
you're getting rich off of every pill, right?
Oh yeah.